I can only spend my money on girls. Mr. Li Xiao looked away and asked, so what you have found is that Mr. Yan is not biologically related to his parents, right? The red-haired secretary answered, that is right. Mr. Li Xiao slapped the red-haired secretary's face and snarled, Nonsense! After all that effort, you only managed to find out that Mr. Yan has no blood ties with two peasants? Is this the information I require? The red-haired secretary collapsed to the floor with a practiced, seductive slump. Mr. Li Xiao barked, I want to know where Mr. Yan's funding comes from. What kind of influence is supporting him from behind? His real background, that is the point, do you understand? The red-haired secretary answered, Got it, Mr. Li Xiao. This time, I will approach him myself. Mr. Li Xiao said, That is the best course of action. You need to understand you are the dog the Li family has raised since childhood, but you are not the only one. If you disappoint me again, you will have no worth left. Go away, but keep in touch. He ripped the document. A few moments later, at Chen Yuan's house, Wang Mengmeng took a hot, steamy shower. Chen Yuan called out, Meng, I found a few clean clothes of my mother's. I left them outside the door for you. Wang Mengmeng replied, Okay. Thank you, Chen Yuan. Wan-e-chan. She slicked her hair back in the wash and thought to herself, Mom does not want me anymore. Dad is not even my biological father. Why would something like this happen to me? Warm water cascaded over her body as she worried, Fortunately, I still have an older brother. But where does Chen Yuan get all that money from? His family sells fruit, right? He would not be involved in illegal activities, would he? Now that I am grown up, Chen Yuan treats me so well. He is still so young. If he were to accidentally get involved in crime, I must pull him back. Outside, Chen Yuan sat on the couch and muttered, Fine. You guys are so great, all shutting down your phones. How can you act like real parents, leaving me to clean up your mess? Wang Mengmeng emerged from the shower wearing Chen Yuan's mother's clothes. Brother Chen Yuan, I have finished washing, she said, drying her hair and glancing at him. Chen Yuan said, Meng, you will sleep in this room tonight. This is my parents' bedroom. I will go to my own room to sleep. If you need anything, just call me. Wang Mengmeng suddenly clutched Chen Yuan's shirt and blushed. Can you, please not leave? I am scared alone. I will sleep on the floor. Please. I am begging you, she whispered. Chen Yuan looked back at her and sighed. All right. Later, alone in his room, Chen Yuan thought, well, since we are siblings, it does not matter if we share the same room. In the novels I used to read, I was always wiping my son's butt. But now, here I am actually wiping my father's butt. It is truly outrageous. It feels like a dream. I actually have a sister. Wang Mengmeng slept fitfully on the floor. The next day at the train station, a banner welcomed Miss Gao Xuanyin. When Miss Gao Xuanyin stepped down from the train, she walked with her security detail and looked around thinking, this is Tianmen? What a terrible place. An old man stepped forward and shook her hand. Hello, Miss Gao Xuanyin. Welcome to our Tianmen City. On behalf of the leadership team of Tianmen City, I warmly welcome your arrival. The car is ready. Let us go. Miss Gao replied, All right then. I shall follow your arrangement respectfully. A short time later, they drove off. Miss Gao and her team arrived at the planned site and shook hands with a government official. Construction preparations began at once. An old man reported to a colleague, Miss Gao, This area has already been surveyed by our team. A man eavesdropped on their conversation and texted his boss. In another scene, he told his boss, The Xuanyin Film Company has already selected a general area for the land, so we can begin planning now. The old man smiled at his phone and sent a message. Okay, thank you for your hard work. The funds will arrive this afternoon, he added. It is all set. The general location for their film and television base has been confirmed. In Tianmen. Arrange for someone to buy these plots of land immediately. We can make a significant profit by selling them later to the Xuanyin Group, the boss instructed. A secretary answered, All right, boss. The boss smoked his cigar and thought to himself, Mr. Yan, I cannot afford to offend you, but I can use your influence to make some money. I am sure you will not mind, right? Outside, a subordinate told another, Han San Shui has already found the site for Mr. Yan's film and television base in Tianmen City and is ready to snatch up the land to make a profit. We need to move quickly, too. An old fat man muttered, Tianmen City? Received. Another added, Tianmen? I will allocate funds immediately. The rich man with a fake Rolex growled. Speed is of the essence in warfare. I will send someone there at once. A man replied, All right, I will head to Tianmen City right away. A woman announced, Okay, I have already arrived at Tianmen City. At the toll gates, a man shouted, Darn it! Hurry up ahead! I am in a rush to make a fortune! Another complained, Why do you not call me Mao? Who does not want to make a fortune? Chen Yuan picked a watermelon from the farm and said to himself, Old Chen really left in a hurry. The crops in the fields are ripe, but no one is taking care of them. It would be such a shame if they went to waste. His phone suddenly rang. Gao Xuanyin said, Chen Yuan, I am such a fool. I messed up again. I do not know who leaked the information about the location of the film and television base. Now the land prices in Tianmen City are skyrocketing. What? Chen Yuan said, The land prices have risen, so we have to spend more money? That is a good thing. Gao Xuanyin said, Is my signal bad? Chen Yuan, what did you say? That is a good thing? Chen Yuan said, Ahem. It seems you misheard me, Xuanyin. I meant this matter is easy to handle. I will just give you more money. Then he muttered to himself, Looks like there is another opportunity to spend money. I am definitely taking advantage of this opportunity. A system notification appeared. Do you want to continue transferring money to the public account of Xuanyin Film and Television Base? Yes or no? Another system notification followed. Transfer failed, because the beneficiary of this company is the host, and the transfer cannot be made to a third. Chen Yuan frowned and said to himself, Cannot transfer? Why? Is it because the company's legal representative is Gao Xuanyin, but the system recognizes me as the actual beneficiary, hence the transfer cannot be processed? The system then asked, Do you want to continue transferring the money to Gao Xuanyin's personal account? Yes or no? Another notification popped up. The transfer cannot be completed as it may be considered money laundering by the host. Chen Yuan was shocked. What? Money laundering? He exclaimed. It seems that it is impossible to transfer money to Gao Xuanyin at the moment. The only solution. He thought carefully, then said, If the transfer is for Wang Mengmeng to establish a separate company and then proceed with the operation, it might be a viable solution. Not only can this complete the system's task and receive a huge cashback, but also Meng remains my sister, killing two birds with one stone. Wang Mengmeng suddenly asked, Brother Chen Yuan, who were you talking to on the phone just now? Your girlfriend? Chen Yuan smiled and replied, Just now, the call was from Gao Xuanyin. If she wants to be my girlfriend, I suppose I will need to consider it. Wang Mengmeng laughed and said, Bro, you are just boasting. She is a big celebrity, and lately she has even launched her own company to build a film and television base. I know you are wealthy, but you had better not harbor thoughts about such a big star. As she split a watermelon in half, Chen Yuan said, Meng, you are such a grounded person. By the way, I heard some rumors that Gao Xuanyin's film and television base is considering Tianmen City for its location. Since you have some funds in your account now, do you want to make a bit of extra pocket money? Wang Mengmeng blinked. What? In Tianmen City? How do we profit from this opportunity? Chen Yuan said, Think about it. With all the land in our village, if you buy it up, and the film base chooses to set up here, you will make a tidy profit. And even if they decide on Tianmen instead, we can still earn handsomely through tourism. The film base will bring in many visitors, and with more foot traffic, we will have chances to explore businesses such as rural hospitality, farming, and greenhouse vegetable cultivation. It is a promising opportunity. Wang Mengmeng thought to herself, The money I have right now comes from Chen Yuange's support, so it is not truly mine. I cannot always rely on him to cover my expenses. Moving forward, I need to strive for self-sufficiency and work hard to secure my own financial stability. She then said aloud, Chen Yuange, I agree with you. I will go have a chat with the uncle from the village committee and convene a meeting for everyone to discuss things further. Chen Yuan smiled to himself. If things really click with this girl, it would not be too shabby either. Away from the urban chaos, having our own little paradise, what an idyllic scenario. Suddenly, cars rushed down the road. Chen Yuan was shocked and confused. A woman stepped out of one of the cars. Lin Jiluo said, What kind of place is this? There is not even a decent road here. She walked toward Chen Yuan. You must be Chen Yuan. Chen Yuan blinked. Huh? Who are you? Lin Jiluo smiled and said, "Me, let me introduce myself. My name is Lin Jiluo. Hello, Mr. Yan. We meet again." Chen Yuan frowned and muttered to himself, "What do you mean by, we meet again? Who are you flirting with?" He then said politely, "Sorry, my memory is not great. It seems we have never met before?" Lin Jiluo was surprised. "Ah, you do not remember? It was at the car exhibition. I was with my brother. My brother is Lin Shao." Chen Yuan thought for a moment. Come to think of it, there was indeed a girl next to him at that time. Lin Jiluo clenched her fists slightly and muttered to herself, "I heard that Mr. Yan is quite flirtatious, but he does not even remember me at all. Do not worry, I will make sure you remember me." Chen Yuan smiled faintly and said, "All right, Miss Lin Jiluo, may I ask what brings you here?" Lin Jiluo replied, "Does Mr. Yan usually handle business outside? Would you not invite me to your home for a chat?" Chen Yuan said to himself, "It is not suitable here in the village. It would be too conspicuous." He walked away and said, "Okay, just park your car on the side of the road. It is fine if people come along, but be careful not to damage the crops in the villagers' field." A few moments later, as the security guard stood outside Chen Yuan's house, the villagers silently watched from a distance. Inside Chen Yuan's home, he sat down and said, "All right, tell me, what brings you here?" Lin Jiluo crossed her arms and said, "Mr. Yan, are you scheming to exploit the investors?" Chen Yuan was shocked and confused. "Eh?" Lin Jiluo said sharply, "President Yan, stop playing dumb. You may fool others, but not me. You made a big announcement about investing 100 billion in the film and television base, but then handed the business plan over to a startup company." She continued, her tone full of accusation. "Moreover, Gao Xuanyin is just an actress. She knows nothing about business management at all. Her company is filled with unprofessional amateurs. She does not even realize that now that the news has leaked, everyone is rushing into Tianmen to speculate in land, with many even mortgaging their assets in Seoul City to grab some plots. So this is your plan. You are going to rapidly acquire their assets. What a cunning strategy." Chen Yuan blinked, then said to himself, "Oh, am I really that capable?" He cleared his throat and said aloud, "Cough. So what if I am? What does it have to do with you?" Lin Jiluo looked at him, secretly impressed. To remain so unfazed even after being exposed, this man truly has a deep level of cunning. No wonder my brother, who is so domineering, abandoned his plans once he understood Mr. Yan's scheme. This person must not become our enemy. She straightened her posture and said, "I am here this time primarily to discuss cooperation with Mr. Yan on behalf of the Lin family." Suddenly, a voice shouted outside, "What are you doing? This is my home. Let me in." Chen Yuan and Lin Jiluo turned their heads. Wang Mingming was at the door shouting, "What are you doing? Why are you not being reasonable?" A security guard stepped forward. "Where did this wild girl come from? Get out of here!" Thank you all so much for the continued support, my amazing OtakuGo viewers. I truly appreciate every single one of you. I've just created a new channel called OtakuGo Compilations. It's where I'll be uploading longer full-format videos so you can enjoy the content continuously without any interruptions. Please make sure to subscribe to OtakuGo Compilations and keep supporting the community. And as always, don't forget to leave a like, comment below, and share your thoughts. It really helps boost the analytics and keeps both channels growing. Once again, thank you for being part of the OtakuGo family. See you all in the next video.